What's going on, everybody? It's Zach Brunner here with Flurry Sports. The NBA is back, which means NBA DFS is back, which is way more important because, to be completely honest, I don't care too much about October basketball other than to make money from it. Looking at the slate tonight, we have two pretty good games. First one, Bucks and Nets have a high projected total. I assume pretty high ownership in that game, so there could be some value to play that Western Conference game later on in the night. However, it just seems like the value is too good in this first one. I like the pricing over on DraftKings more than FanDuel for today. So let's just jump into our building blocks on DraftKings for today, opening night in the NBA. Okay, let's just start out with an easy pick, a safe pick, a smart pick, and the player we're going to be building around for tonight, and that's Giannis. I mean, 10K, that's underpriced to start the year, especially against the Nets. And the fact that he's center eligible on DraftKings really helps us out. Just looking at the center position here, I don't love it. I really don't. Blake Griffin, Brooke Lopez, they're kind of priced where they should be. I feel like there is some value to be had in Draymond Green here at 68. However, I may almost like him on FanDuel a little bit more. Anthony Davis, I really don't want to touch. I don't know how the usage is going to break down there in LA with all the newcomers, especially if Westbrook and Carmelo are going to be telling the teammates to run the court so they can soak up the rebounds. That doesn't really help me with Anthony Davis. So I think Giannis at center is smart. Like I said, 10K underpriced. He's probably one of the safest players on the entire slate. He should be playing mid to high 30s tonight against a team that really can't defend him. We already saw that. We have Bobby Portis out for the Bucks. We have a lot of players out for the Bucks. We have Bobby Portis. We have DiVincenzo still out. Rodney Hood is out. And then Semi Ojeleye is out. And we'll get to that in a second. But Bucks really don't have a ton of massive bodies. And we know Giannis is the difference maker on this team. He's going to soak up the usage. He has a good chance to be the highest scorer on the entire slate. And at 10K, I feel like it's really easy to build around. Let's stick in this same game, but we spent up at Giannis. Let's go cheaper. And in fact, we got someone that we can play who is the bare minimum. That's Jordan Noira. Second-year player, second-round pick last year for the Bucks. They like him quite a bit. He's had a good preseason looking at it here. Finished with 15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists the other night in like 20-something minutes. He had 20 minutes off the bench. And he had a good game before that. He's been playing really well. Like I said, Rodney Hood's out, DiVincenzo's out. More importantly, Bobby Portis is out. Semi Ojeleye is out. So there's minutes to be had. We could see Noira push towards that 20-minute mark. I think Connaughton will probably be asked to play some of those minutes as well. But man, if we can get 12 to 15 minutes out of Noira at a bare minimum price against a Nets team that doesn't scare me too terribly much down low, I think that's a really, really good value. And that's someone we can build around, especially at minimum. Like we're talking about these two players together, 13K. We can spend up in the later game a little bit, maybe. We can spend up for some other studs, especially with these two games, right? Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Golden State, Lakers. You're not really going to be seeing a ton of balanced lineups. It's a stars and scrubs approach, and getting a player at a bare minimum price who's going to have a role tonight, that's massive for us. If we want to get a little bit different, because I'm sure some other people are going to play Noira as well. I can't be the only person thinking this, right? Like, it's pretty straightforward. I know for a fact this player is going under the radar, and that's Bjelica here. Belly, former Timberwolf, got to see him up close and personal. He's actually been pretty good since leaving Minnesota, but it feels like he's going to be playing some minutes. He's going to be in the rotation down low for Golden State, especially against a team like the Lakers. 3,400, so not much more expensive than Noira. He's also center eligible. He's a sneaky guy, especially for GPP, to get a little bit different tonight, though I don't think we necessarily need to. I just think if you're playing multiple lineups, I would try to get exposure to him instead of Noira, especially if more people start talking him up as the day goes on. Okay, so we got two players here in that first game. Let's go to the next game. And we're going to go on Golden State side. Another player who I feel is super safe today. I think he's underpriced. He's moderately priced, so we can fit more stars in here. That's Poole here. We got Jordan Poole, 4,800, point guard, shooting guard eligible. We need somebody for the Warriors who doesn't have the last name of Curry to step up offensively. We saw Jordan Poole do this towards the end of last year after his break. Let me get the exact stats here. I think he came back from injury or whatever. I wrote about this over on Osmo earlier today. Over his last 36 games of the season, he averaged 14.7 points, 2.3 made threes per game. He should be starting at the 2 tonight. And without a doubt, the focus is going to be on Curry. Lakers are going to try to stop Curry. The next scorer will be Wiggins. Maybe they put some sort of people to stop Wiggins. But I think Poole, he's can get hot at any point. I think he's a really good play at 4,800. If he plays around 30 minutes, that's really safe. I think the floor is really safe for him. That many minutes, that low of a price. I like him. And obviously, just looking at this, we got 3 players that I feel pretty confident about, to be completely honest. We're at 6,400 per player left. And with that in mind, let's just jump to the next player. That's Andrew Wiggins. I like Curry tonight. I think Curry's fine. But without a doubt, you're going to have Westbrook on him. You're going to have LeBron putting some eyes on him. The Lakers know what they have to do to stop the Warriors, and that's stop Steph Curry. I think that's easier said than done. But I think Curry could defer a little bit, especially early on. Wiggins, we'll see if he can create his own shot. That's definitely a very large question. But he also stepped up last year. He got a little bit better. Just looking at his stats towards the end of the year, he can score in the 20s tonight, mid 20s. That's not out of the question. Those rebounding numbers probably won't be there, but he's not a terrible player. I love to make fun of him, as does everybody else. But at 6,200, a starter, the second scorer on a team, I like it a lot. And again, now we have 4 spots left to fill. We got 6,500 per player. These are my 4 building blocks tonight. These are the 4 guys. And then after this, this isn't the building block, but like the direction I'm going to go. I'm going to have a lineup with Curry. I'm going to have a lineup with Harden. I think I'd probably side with Harden first, just because of the 2 Warriors we have there. We know Holiday's success defensively against Harden, but I think maybe that breaks a little bit. First game of the season. We have, it's regular season. It's not playoffs. Say what you want, but players are going to be trying tonight, but they're not going to be trying like it is the postseason. So I think Harden is pretty safe at 9,300. But like I said, I'm going to have a lineup with him, a lineup with Curry, and then you can play around with these final 3 spots. I think Brown is certainly in play. Grayson Allen's another sneaky, cheap play for the Bucks. He should be starting at that 2 spot. He's not going to be the focus of the Nets. We see that game should be a high-paced game, a high-scoring game. And Grayson Allen's going to have plenty of opportunities to hit threes. If he's hitting, he might be the GPP winner for you tonight. If he's not hitting, 3,800 is not going to sink your lineup, but it is a little shitty if he doesn't do it. But I'm going to differentiate between Grayson Allen and Brown for that guard spot probably. But yeah, I think this 4 gives you a good start to build your lineup around tonight. I think it's good for cash and for GPP. If you want to tell me who your favorite plays are in the comments below, go for it. Definitely like and subscribe. If you win tonight, win a GPP, remember, you watched your boy Zach's video. And let me know if you want more DFS videos. NBA DFS, I'm playing every day. I break down every slate. So if you want videos for it as well, let me know. More than happy to do them. But good luck tonight. And if you're playing fantasy football, make sure to get those waivers in. We'll be back for a fantasy football show tomorrow, possibly tonight as well. But definitely get your NBA lineups in. Later.